Good.
When freedom raised her glowing form on Mount Sorato's verdant height, she sat within a doom of a night, midst lowering stars and thunderstorms, the star of liberty, unceasing from the waking war, its banner shields of golden flame, she lifted it in her proud name, and raised her people long forlorn to know their destiny. The Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever, oh long may it soar over land and over seas, deserted nor never, uphold it forever, oh shout for the Lone Star banner. Oh, yeah.
So many people depend on me.
Rufus,
So
you
many
dropped the
people look
song,
up to
please.
me. So many people are counting on me.
Rufus,
So
drop the
many
song.
people are watching me. Some wanna see me go up. Some wanna see me fall down.
Rufus,
Even if I
drop the
fall,
song.
God please don't throw away me.
So let's return the pendulum of microphone over to the host there in the US to hear what they have to offer us for today. Which time we'll open the lines to hear from you, Liberians. Thank you so much for being with us, for bearing with me. Let me go straight to the US.
Pray for my fellow.
Can you hear me, Rufus?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And again, we want to take this time to welcome. First, we apologize for coming a little late. Some arrangement we have to make. And so we want to say thank you, those of you who are watching. We told you to bring all your children around the radio, Care 95.9. Bring all your children around because it's going to be fantastic today. Amazing, great, great, great program. And as you can see, we have new faces. We have added something to the platform, and we call that the bright side. The bright side is geared to bring education to many, many Liberian children, building up your skill, building on whatever you have. So again, your friends are here, your brothers and sisters, they are here to contribute. And I'm Manoa Winder, your host. I will quickly go now to, again, before I go to Rufus, I want to say thank you for watching. We want you to please share the program, share with many, many persons. We want a lot of people in Liberia, in the interior, the counties, the districts, to follow this program, especially at this time, the young people. If you are a student, it doesn't matter your class, sit, watch, and listen to us as we proceed with this program. We hope it will be a blessing, a help to you as well and your family. So again, Rufus, how you doing? And how is Liberia?
Thank you, Mr. Host. Let me firstly say I'm grateful. Happy New Year. It's been a while since last year. If I may say, we just having an encounter. I'm great. I'm doing good. Life is there. I'm breathing. Liberia is doing pretty well, as we can always see. It's a kind of always challenging, but thank God in it all, we are breathing the breath of Jesus Christ.
Great.
So we are doing much better here.
Thank you so much, and Happy New Year to everybody, to Rufus himself. Happy New Year. It's a new thing, new life, new beginning. As you know, this is the new beginning platform. We are trying to modify, adjust, readjust, and because we want you Liberians to benefit out of this program. And today we are asking you to bring your kids, your children around the radio so they can listen. You know, these young people want to give back, to their country, help Liberians to grow. We don't know it all. They don't know it all. We are here to share ideas. So, again, we will turn to them. And as I said, they will tell us about the program, what it entails. So we get now to Janet, our lead for today program. Janet, welcome. That's Rufus. Rufus, that's Janet. In fact, they will introduce themselves. So Rufus, as I told you, Janet Grace, Rufus is our anchor there in Liberia. He sits pretty much well right in that studio, ready to relay your voices to all Liberians who are there and they want to hear from you. So Janet, it's all yours.
Okay, so good morning. My name is Jenna Sirleaf, and a little bit about our program is that we are going to try to help with more people with reading and math and many other things. Today, our first episode is us reading with you, just a simple book and helping you with literature skills and new vocabulary words that you can use on an everyday basis. I'm going to go to Grace, who is going to be our main reader for today.
Grace, unmute yourself and start with that. Thank you. Great.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Grace Garte, and I'll be your main reader for today.
At the end of today's episode, our goal is to help you learn some new words that you can use on an everyday basis. And we will try to help you learn how to use these words in a sentence. So we're going to start with Grace reading.
Okay. Okay, this book is, I think, a level 1 book for about first graders. And we'll be focusing on short E words. This book is called Aunt May's Mess. Let's start right here. Aunt May loves old things. She has a whole shelf full of them. Check it out, Peter says. Old tech is the best. Just then, Miles gets a Spidey alert. There is a big mess downtown. Let's go. Team Spidey webs out. What is the mess? People are floating up in the air. Help! Get us down! A man yells. Guess who is making this mess? Doc Ock. She has an octofloater. No one gets down until I let them down, she says. Team Spidey gets the octofloater. Get away, Doc Ock yells. The floater gets stuck in Miles' web. It ends up in a truck. Let's get that floater from Doc Ock. Gets it. Spotter Spidey says. Webs out. But guess who gets the floater? Aunt May gets it. Let me guess what this is, she says. An egg timer? A radio? She presses the button. Just then, Spidey gets a Spidey alert. There is another big mess downtown. Let's go. Webs out. Go, Spider says. They use their webs to get the tables down. Thanks for your help, the man says. No, no need. Now we have to get that floater, Miles says. Aunt May is making a mess. Team Spidey helps clean it up. Look, says Spidey, it's Aunt May. We have to get the Ultra floater from her. Now, if I can get it first, Doc Ock tells them. We won't let that happen, says Mouse. Webs out. Aunt May presses the button. They all float up in the air. Now Team Spidey needs help. Spidey gets the floater with his web. He puts his friends down on the ground. Get me down too, Doc Ock yells. Team Spidey webs up Doc Ock. No one gets down until I let them down, Spidey tells her. And that's our book. Thank you for reading.
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna do the explanation of the book. So in the beginning of the book, it starts with Peter, who is our main character for today. Peter and his friends are at his aunt's house. They're discussing about how his aunt likes to collect old things and store them on a shelf. And as they're like discussing about all the things she has, they get like a notification that their outside is like getting messed up. And when they go outside to figure out what's going on, they see that like everything is like floating, and they try to figure out like what's the problem and why everything's floating. And they realize that it's Doc Ock, who's a in the story. So what they do is first they help the things that are floating and the people that are floating. They help them get back on the ground, and they put the where they belong. And they try to reason with Doc Ock and like take the floater from her. It didn't go well, and the floater ended up falling onto a moving truck that was driving, and it fell in front of Aunt May, and she got the floater, and she started to like press the button that like makes the things float because she was trying to figure out what it was. So she wasn't doing it on purpose. Peter and his friends again get another notification that the other side of town was getting messed up. So they quickly made their way there to see what's going on again, and they realize it's the same thing. So now they're trying to figure out who has the floater, and they realize that Peter's aunt has it. So what they do is they clean up the mess again by putting everybody on the floor, and they um get the floater, the button from his aunt. And because when she was pressing it, she made Peter and his two friends float and the villain float. Peter was able to free himself and his friends, and he got the floater back, and he kept the villain in the air. And at the end of the story, basically, the villain was like got like a taste of her own medicine, and that's it.
Um, thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Jenna, for the summary. So now we'll be going into the words I have said in this book and the words I've been saying in this book and short E words. So I'll read the list of them. So this book is filled with a lot of short E words, which appears in this bold type. Okay, I'll read the list. It reads best, check, egg, and friend, get, guess, help, let, mess, press, shelf, tech, tell, them, then, web, yell. Okay, we'll start off with the first word, and that is best, which is spelled B-E-S-T, best. And what this word means is to be the greatest at something. Best is to be like you're number one or like the greatest at that thing you're good at. And how I would use this in a sentence is I am the best in my class. And the second word is check. Check is spelled CHECK. Check. And what this word means is like one of these words, like examples, is like you're like at a restaurant, and after the server gives you your food, is like you have to pay them back in return for the food. And that's like a bill is another word, which is check for it. And the third word, well, how you would use it is, I got the check from our server. And the third word is egg. Egg is spelled EGG, egg. And this egg is a breakfast food you can use to make breakfast with is in the morning. And how I use this word would be, I made an egg for breakfast. That could be like an example. Oh, and another meaning, and how like another description of it would be like eggs comes from chickens. That's a fun fact about it. And the fourth word is end, which is spelled END, end. So end is like, you know how there's like the start and middle of something, there's an end of it, which means you're finished with what you are doing and what you're about to say. And how I say it is, the New Year's have come to an end, meaning there'll be a next one. Okay, and the fifth word is friend. FRIEND, friend. Friend is described as someone who you can hang around with and someone you like. And friends, they can be like a companion or like a partner, friend. How I use this in a sentence is, I have a friend in class. And the sixth word is gets. Gets is spelled GET, get. And get is like described as like something you obtain, like something you are getting like handed, gets. And a word or like a sentence I'd use in this is, I can get a present from my friend. Gets. Guess. Okay, so the seventh word is guess, which is spelled GUESS. Guess. And guess is like something you don't know, but you can give an educational answer to by using context clues. We'll talk about that later. And help is spelled HELP. Help. And you can be the one that needs help, or you can help someone else. Help is basically when like someone's in trouble or you're in trouble, and you ask, or someone asks for like your assistance. And the ninth word is let. 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 So let can be described as like there's like a scene going on, or like something is gonna happen, and you just like step back and you don't interfere. You just let it happen. And how I'd use this in a sentence is, I let my dog run around. You just let it happen. Mess. That's the 10th word. Mess. It's spelled MESS. Mess. Mess is like disorganized things, like things that's all over the place and is not in the correct order. Mess. How I use this in a sentence is, my living room is a mess. And the 11th word is press. Press can like mean multiple like meanings, but the first one, press, is like I apply like pressure to it. You're pressing something down. Press. And the other definition for it would be like media, like social media, like press, like reporters, like people who wants to like interview you and stuff. That could also be press. And how I'd use this in a sentence would be, I was bombarded by a lot of press, meaning reporters and like producers. And the 12th word is shelf. It's spelled SHELF. Shelf. Shelf is something like you put on your wall to display like anything, like any item that can go on a shelf. Which I would use in a sentence would be, I placed a plant on my shelf. Okay. And the 14th word is tech, which is spelled TECH. Tech. So tech is like a shorter word for technology. And technology means like devices, electronics, and like anything that's not alive. How to use this in a sentence is, I have multiple tech in my house, which is just abbreviation for technology. So you could say that to shorten it. And our 15th word is tell. Tell. Which is spelled TELL. Tell. Well, this is our 14th word actually. Tell is like you give someone, like you tell someone some information. You're giving them like information about something. You tell them. And how to use this in a sentence is, I told my teacher that I need help. Okay. Our 15th word is them, which is spelled THEM. Them. Them is plural, which is more than one person. Them is like a whole group of people. And how to use this in a sentence is, I saw them in my class. Them, more than one person. We're talking about a whole group of people. Then is spelled with THEN. Then. So it's like, then is like what happens next. For example, like what happens next in a story. There's like the start and end. Then there's then. Then is like in the middle. Is what's going to happen next to reach up to the end. And how to use this in a sentence is, I then read the next chapter of the book. And our 17th word is web. Web is spelled WED. Web. And web is something a spider uses to catch prey. They built it with silk. That's what spiders use to catch their prey. Yeah. How I'd use it in a sentence would be, a spider makes a web to live on or catch prey. Okay, and our 18th word would be yell. Yell is spelt YEL. Yell. And how I'd use this, yell is the definition, like, would be using your voice in a loud way. You're making a loud sound, which could be yell. That's another word for it. And how I'd use this in a sentence is, I can yell very loud. And that's all for now. Those are some short E words that makes the sound. Okay. I am done.
Thank you, Grace, for teaching us how to use those words. And for lastly, before we open our line to questions from you guys, I'm gonna quickly give a conclusion and a conclusion of the book and how you can help use this book as an example in your everyday life. So basically, what we seen in the book was Peter and his friends got a notification that their town were like being messed with, and like things were getting taken out of their place and things were being floated around. And they quickly made their way to go help and figure out how to like put it back and figure out to stop the problem. And how we can use this in our everyday lives is that we like see something wrong in our community, in our neighborhoods, our towns, we can try to interfere and try to the problem before it gets worse. And even if you can't figure it out or you can't yourself do it, you can always like somebody else to help you or get somebody who knows how to like figure it out, because so you don't have to like, just stand there and watch things happen. And now we can open our line.
Thank you. Rufus, are you there? So what we're going to do now is we have done the presentation to you. We want to hear from you. What's on your mind? How you think about the presentation? The objective is to help lot of our people back home to build upon what they have. So this is not intended to show out. It's not intended to uh, undermine any thing in Liberia. It's not intended to change the way you are learning. We are only here to add up, to build upon what you have already achieved. So, students, we want to encourage you, parents. We have more to be coming. We want you to call in, and tell us how you feel about today's program. We have a lot, to present. So again, it is your time to call in, make your recommendations. We want to hear from you. We'll continue to do this for our people back home. And almost all of these discussing or panelists today either from Liberia or they have Liberian parents. It is just about giving back to Liberia. All right. It's a better way to do it. And you have listened to them. So we use this time. Rufus is going to open the lines. Whatever question you have about the reading, yeah, basically, you heard from them. Today, exercise or presentation will focus on building your reading skills. All right. And if you don't understand anything what they read, we stay here. We can help you. If you want us to read a book over again, we can do. But the focus was on reading the book, explaining the book so that you understand how, build upon your reading skills. And also we're able to draw out, to factor out the words that you heard, Grace explaining and also giving the meaning and also using the words in sentences. So if you have any question, you have anything to ask, we are stay here. We have more time. You can ask. And if they have anything to say as well, they're going to say more and more. And so we love you, Liberian youth, students. If you want to be part, you want to join, just reach out to us and we can interact. But this is a way of giving back to Liberia. And I want to appreciate them. At this time, they should be sleeping, enjoying their sleep. Weekends, they have done a lot of schoolwork, but they took off the time to say, well, you know what? Let's give 1 hour or 2 hours to Liberia as a way of contributing to the educational development in Liberia. So again, uh, we're opening lines, and you can call in, ask questions, be polite, be honest. This platform does not condone or allow uh, bad things, bad words, or we are here to help the community and Liberian society to become a great society. And this is the way we want to do it. All right. So again, Rufus, it's all yours. You can open the lines and let hear what people have to say. You can criticize constructively. We will accept that. All right. So Rufus.
Thank you. Before opening the lines, you heard them. They are your sisters, your little sisters, your junior sisters, however way you may want to take them. They are your friends, your schoolmates. Just but they are not here with us. They are away, but one way or the other, they too learn the same ABC. But maybe some of the question I might come about. Let me help some of you probably before I can open the lines. Maybe you don't know where to start from, but probably somebody will say, but the train was speaking series, and all I could hear from Grace, if I'm not making mistakes, mess. We understand mess in Liberia to be something that's not good. So, for better interpretation, the host, Mr. Manuel, could you just do just a briefing before we can open the lines? I don't know what I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are. And they are here. I think it's another level of taking our education. Also the intention is that building upon your skills so that people will be able to compete with other nations. I think it's a good way for them to learn. We are not saying you're going to change all your accent or whatever, but I mean, whatever you don't understand, I think, you can call it. That's why you have the opportunity to call in. If you want them to pronounce a word that you didn't understand properly, they can do that. And they can also explain what that word means and try to use it in sentences for you, especially. And what we are doing, especially the younger children, younger students, say, those in elementary, and even if you are in high school, there's no limit of learning. You can learn when you are old, you are young. So it's up to everybody, you know. So well, what we doing is we trying to help in this way. So we want to leave it with you, the public. If you don't understand, that's why they are here, and they will say more. The world is changing, so you can't be the same. It's another way you got to picture yourself and think. Just imagine, probably you had the opportunity coming or going to any advanced country, and you have such foundation. It helps you, it builds you up. When you get to those nations or that whichever country, that it's easier to get involved in the community society, you know. So again, it is a way of helping. We do more. They are prepared. We have more to do. But today is our first episode. We just want to hear from you. You can criticize, you can make recommendations, and so forth. So if you don't understand all of the words, you can go over them or which word you want to understand. Thank God. Rufus said he got one word, mess. So Grace, Rufus is saying mess. You want to talk more about mess? In Liberia, when you say mess, it's similar. Like what Rufa was saying, bad, something bad. But as she said, you wanna talk more about it again so that people understand the word. They do in the maybe similar way, but just to put
So,
more emphasis on that word.
so you guys can tell me which words you guys don't understand, like really understand what I was saying.
The word we're talking about is mess. You just to emphasize on it, you have talked about it just to give more, you know, um, if you want to use it more in
Yeah,
some
not that
words.
actually I don't understand it, but at least for the benefit of other people who listen, it probably want.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to add on to mess, it's basically like mess is like a word, like a short e word you can use. You can use it like how you can use the word is like saying if you like spill something on a table or like spill something on the floor, you can say I have made a mess
Yeah.
because like it's all over the place. It's not supposed to be there. And you can also like once you like scatter stuff around like the place or stuff is not where they belong and they're just on the floor, that's like a mess. You can like make a mess. Do you guys understand that?
sure, sure.
Yeah, sure. And the emphasis, Grace, is also sometimes probably people were listening or maybe were fast reading, you know, and they still want to understand. Not that they don't, they know most of the words, but maybe you are reading so fast they couldn't get the word. But again, let's interact. Let want the public to call. Thank you so much, Rufus. He asked a very good question, and thank you, Grace, for responding. We also want to hear from the public. If there's any word from that reading you didn't understand, and the objective, as she said, those words that you were talking about, the objective of pronouncing them, of spelling them properly, using them in sentences, is for you to understand how to use uh, the letter E. And Chris, you also want to talk more about that because that has to do with, like most of you learn in school, consonants, vowels, and things. So, Grace or Jeanette, any of you want to talk more about the letter.
Okay, so
Um,
basically, our book, we're focusing around the words that when you pronounce it, it sounds like a short E, like eh. So, for example, mess, the word, the E, the sounding of it is just short. And we had another book, another word in there called shelf. And what was another word?
best.
Yeah, best. So basically, it's not really like, um, it actually is not that different from a long sounding E word, but but our main focus was on like these words to like help you understand how to pronounce them. So some people might pronounce it the E might some people might pronounce it with the E a bit longer. So that's why there's an emphasis on the in there that says it's a short E word so it can help you know the difference from short E words and like long E words.
All right, thank you so much. I mean, we are having fun time over here learning. Myself, I'm learning from them. I wasn't born here. I don't even have the kind of tongue they have. I have to take my own time to. I'm learning. All of us are learning. So again, we want to hear from you, the public, especially if you have your kids around you. We want to do this thing, most often, especially, the weekends, But I want to hear this our first episode. I know we have been doing some presentation here. We want to involve other people, other different things to come and discuss. And that's why we are here today. You have them discussing this today. So it's a great way. It's a great thing for you. You are not paying for this. They are volunteering. They're doing this, for their brothers and sisters back home Liberia. So don't sit there and say, well, we don't. You get to understand. The more you listen and learn and ask questions, you get to understand. And don't say, well, oh, maybe I didn't hear. Let's interact. Let's open the line. Let's hear from the public. They're going to address those questions that you want to ask and help to at least um, um, enlighten your minds. And remember, you have a foundation. We are not saying we're going to, no, we're starting everything all over. No, Liberia educational system is stronger and stronger, meaning everybody is working around that to help our brothers and sisters. You are doing a great job. The teachers in Liberia are great teachers, very great teachers, you know. So we don't want to take that from anybody. We are just hiding. We are just, building on that foundation, putting the different things and building a foundation, because you alone can't do all. We all have to work together. So this is a way for us to contribute to the love Liberia, the think Liberia, and build Liberia. So, and the emphasis in the arrest agenda, education is there. So this is the way we are contributing to Liberia progress. All right. So if you are out there, you want to ask questions, and you heard you talk about the another the reason of reading this book, and you heard what she said in the conclusion. This story, they had a challenge. There was a problem of things being all over in the community, all around the mess. That word, everywhere, things were disorganized. But these young people decided to help intervene and try to solve the problem. And eventually, they did help to solve. So in real life, what we also saying is that you as a citizen, it doesn't matter your status in your community or your society or your country, you get involved in helping when there are problems in your community. Even if you don't know them, you can invite other people. You can figure out a way to find a solution. You don't sit there, you know. And these guys, the characters in the story, they fought very hard. There was somebody really causing the problem. Every time that person presses the body, all the things will just be scattered all in the community, flying all here, peoples and things. So they try to reach out to the person and stop what they were doing. So we are saying to you as Liberian and as a young person growing up, we want a great generation, a generation that will be patriotic, a generation that will love their country. So when we do these stories, we also try to relate them to your day-to-day activities as a good citizen. So that's why they was saying. After all, we read this story. We have we have we have we have taught some of the words what you need to do. But again, the all objective is at the end, these guys were able to resolve the issue that was in the book we read about and how they resolve it, and they restore kind and stability in their community. So that's how we see it, and we want to encourage you. We are encouraging you. We're not forcing you. We're not beating on you, but encouraging you to do what is good, to always take initiative, get involved with your community development. So yeah, Rufus, let's go to the line. I think we have We have remaining 20 minutes.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yes, good afternoon, Honorable.
Yes, your name and where you phone from?
This is Omi Tekle, and I call from New Matari.
It's good to have you on the line this afternoon. Let's hear you.
Huh?
Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
You can hear me?
I'm
Yeah.
getting you. I'm getting you. You been following the you following the show?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, let me hear you. Make your concern.
I want to find out what is the meaning of this program. What is for? For us to go there and learn Siri, or your children to come here and learn how to
If I get you clear, let me go over your question. You say you want to know what the program for.
Huh?
And you say you want to know what the program for?
Yeah.
Whether for your children or for the children who's speaking for them to come here to teach your children series.
Yeah, for us to go children to go American Siri, or for your children who born there to come down here and learn how all of that. Between men that when you come teach all of them children who need our subject for.
Are you just tuning into the radio or you been following?
I thought about baby your council can learn.
Hello?
To listen to Bible.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
You just listening or you been following?
I've been monitoring from the starting up to now.
Yeah, but if you been monitoring now, then you shouldn't say we taught a Bible. If you been listening, as you saying, then you should ask them. But anyway, they will respond to that question. But before they come in, listen now. Before they come in, it's not about where we will tell the children say how they call it thing, talking about mess. No, that's I the one posted that question to them because I know that similar question that are coming to come up. So the program is just about educating one another. Yes, educate.
Educating or in Liberia in or what?
No, that's not series. It's not education. The children as no, that's not what I said. You
All right. Can you hear me? Is he able to hear me, Chris? Rufus?
All right, sir. You will respond, but
we'll respond, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Keep following the show. All right. Let me quickly just respond to that before you take another caller. I know these things will come out, and we are not surprised. Our way of thinking have to change. We have to adjust ourselves. We live in a global world. It is a very good thing for you, even if your children were able to understand the American English. Why, if they were opportune to come to America and they have the advantage to learn, don't you know it's a very good thing for them? Besides, it is not just about, don't focus on the accent, focus on the main thing we are doing. They took off their time to come to help us to learn how to read together. And they were able to pronounce the words. And they are even here. If you don't understand, bring your children. It's a good thing. They also are learning from you. They're learning the Liberian English. You learning from them. You interacting. You building each other. You building skills. So it's a very good thing. And I hope you can bring your children around. I think his focus was on the word that we're using, the word that we're talking about, mess. But you're looking at it in a negative way. No, we are not teaching children to maybe use that word in a negative way. All right. But that was one of the words that came or that we had from the reading. And so they just try to make emphasis on it, what it means. To you, mess mean like when a child talk about mess, maybe your understanding is that they are abusing. No, they are just describing a situation or some kind the way they um, maybe the environment look like or something look like disorganized. You can also use that, you know. So again, let's grow up to a certain level and remember this is all about learning from each other. They also will be very happy to learn from you. I hope they understood what you were saying too. Okay. But let's
Yeah.
interact. Let's go to the
So
line.
this
You
is like
guys have anything to say about that? And Jeanette, Grace, anything you want to say about that? Okay. Then
like
let's
so.
go to the line.
So this is Liberia. We are here, so that's why I just posted that because I knew that same nothing that I was going to going to surface. Not that I didn't like I told you guys I didn't understand it, but you heard your question anyway. He said he been listening, so if you are listening, I don't think you're going to say. But anyway, that's it. Your opinion was taken. So all you have to do is next Saturday, I believe the kids will be here. One simple way, just bring the children glued to you is the same way you're listening. They can listen and they can ask questions. Probably
And
they have
and and,
voice.
and Rufus, I'm not trying to. And children are fast to learn. They are fast. They can learn faster than even the elderly people. You know, the more they say, the more they listen, and it will be a very great, 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 amazing interaction.
You see there. So they could come, they could live they were with you now. Oh, I want to ask my sister or the girl there. I want to call the word maybe POPU LU. You just call something on word. How she can pronounce it, and then so that's what the program is about. Population, all that kind of thing. Yeah. So we not here to say, oh, your children or our children here in Labrador, they who up there they are better than us or something. No, that's not what the program is for. We just want to entertain one another to get views from one another. Like yesterday, one of the Labrador leader, if you can bear me witness, the person said the education sector in Labrador, it was a mess. And we seeing challenge all the kind of things to find a 14-year-old child in Liberia now, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, they're wearing tie. All of these things are what we're talking about here today. So, so I beg you. So call me on 0777-959-959, Make your input. The children are here. You get your latest spelling voice. Today is Saturday. I'm told Friday was weekend for you, the students. Some of you came home with assignment and they told you some kind of vocabulary words, spelling words. They gave you the word to put it in a sentence, maybe to spell the word. You can ask a sister, how to call the word, how to put the word in sentence. I believe that's what we here for.
Sure, Rufus. As you are saying, we can interact. Besides what they have spoken, what they have talked about, if you have anything there that you want them to help with, to pronounce, we all learn. We are learning, so we can do it together. They are not saying your pronunciation in Liberia is wrong. No, all right. There are children that are left behind. There are some students that stay struggling, to catch up. So they are here to help, and will continue to do this for our nation, Liberia.
So you can call the number 777. That's 0777-959-959, 0881-871-670, 0881-871-670, 0777-959-959 are the numbers you can call and be a part. Specifically the children or the kids, they can call and ask their sisters here on your spelling assignment, your reading, how to call some words, maybe how to call the word CAT, DOG, BAG, these kind of words where we can pronounce different ways. There are ways you can pronounce the words, right? My how to call it, my funny teacher used to tell me CAT, they always used to say cat. No, I mean say that cats. Yeah. So you can say, Kia, oh man, look at the rat. Look at my poor bag, with bag. Yeah. So we want to, hear from you, man. It's a very good program. Mostly let the children call to ask. And they themselves too, as we call in the word, maybe the way you will call your own word, when she herself don't understand, you say that word, you know how they call that word. Oh, my pronunciation is different from the way you are pronouncing it, and then we can understand, ourselves. So you can call me on 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. If you find it difficult to call the station number, call my own number 777 0777 35 35 41 0777 35 35 41 0886 36 1414 0886 36 14 14 0777 35 35 41. Call the word. The brother said, I hope okay, the children, our children will go to America to go learn series.
You can be right in Liberia and lane. So
can
again, let me while we are waiting for the calls, let me just recognize those that are watching on the social media. We have Samuel Windows said, I live in Grand Cru County and following. Thank you, Samuel. And then we have Shegdrop Fala saying, I am following you from Ventura City, Lofa County, Liberia. And Mr. Duarto is here. Good folks, is it good folks? I am watching you from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, sir. And I know somebody is happy. Then he also said, Mr. Duarto also on, he said, great job, Grace, with your explanation. Great job. Thank you so much for, once you encourage them, they are motivated to do more. Thank you for that recognition. And Christopher King said, great. And thank you. He said, great show as well. So again, if you're out there and you want to put in your comment, we're going to read them to the people. So again, I want to say thank you. We want you to call in, and we'll go back to Rufus. Rufus, do you have a call?
You can call me now on 0777 35 35 41. Someone said they will find it difficult to call the station number. So call me on my own number 0777 35 35 41 0886 36 1414 0777 35 35 41. I see Jenna says she want to go. I have to go soon. I don't know. 0777 35 35 41 0777 35 35 41 0886 36 1414. You can call this number and be a part of the program. Send your comments, send your question to them. What are some of the words you want to know? Probably you feel is the better way to pronounce it, and we can all share ideas here. So call me on 0777 35 35 41 0886 36 1414 0886 36 1414 or call the station number 777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881. Let me take this person. Don't beep me, please. I didn't say beep. Yeah, if you don't have credit, just send SMS. We'll read your message.
Yeah, good. You can also send a message if you can't call, send a message or read a message to them.
Yeah,
And as we are approaching time, we use this time now to hear the conclusion, parting comment from each of them. And but you have your question, please call. They will stay answer whatever question you have. They are going to answer, and we don't want you to only don't want to focus on pronunciation. No, it's a whole thing we're talking about, reading skill. All right, so please follow the program, ask your question. Besides, at the end, we also let you know that we're doing this in real lifetime. Get involved with your community activities. Those are all things, good things we're talking about. It is not just about, the other ones you talk about. But again, we are glad that you can call in and ask a question. So we're going to start with Grace. Grace, what is your parting comment? The program is ending now. You have any final word you want to say as we concluding the concluding statement, Grace? Then we'll come to Jenny. You have to unmute yourself, Grace.
Well, I would like to say that you can feel free to ask any questions about the about the words I have listed. That I'll try my best to give a possible answer. And goodbye.
I just want to say thank you for joining, and that will be here next Saturday. So you should also join then and share the live.
All right. Thank you, folks. Again, we are running against time. We have like 4 more minutes. What we're going to do is that we'll stay here to end the 4 minutes. If you are that lucky caller, you can call in. But I want to appreciate all of you that have been watching this program. And we always ask you to share the program with many, many persons. Once you receive our notification, share the program. Send us stars, not only share. Go, you sit down, they'll ask you, write in your comment, send us stars. That way, we can help to keep the program running as well. So share. And the last one, I see Mr. Duato say, thanks, Mr. Winder. Great job with this program. It is helpful and necessary for our young people, better young people. Okay, I think I gotta put it on. Let me see. All right. Better for our young people to be a better communication or to have better communication skill. Thank you so much for all of that. And folks, this is the New Beginning program, but this segment is called The Bright Side of the New Beginning. So again, I want to say thank you. Those of you who have played a listening role, I want to say thank you for being there. As they have said, we will be back here on Saturday. And Saturday, if we are not on the bright side, we'll be on the Great News class. The Great News class is religious education. But we will figure out what happened next Saturday. We'll be here. Whatever presentation we bring you, this is a way of helping our community. And I want to say thank you so much. And this is how we love to leave you with our theme song. Thank you, Rufus, for the great job. Thank you. And I see, thank you. Adam Montgomery said, good job. Thank you, Adam Montgomery, for all of the comments. You see, they are all getting along. So please, want to say thank you for playing your listening role. Don't be afraid next Saturday to call in. We'll answer all your questions. And this is how we'll leave you with our theme song. Are you there? Let's get our theme song on as we leave.
Freedom raised her glowing form on Mount Sorato's verdant height. She sat within a doom of a night, met lowering stars and thunderstorms, the star of liberty, unceasing from the wicked war, its banner she our destiny.